when I think of the Legend of Zelda series, the art style that comes to mind is Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. It is iconic. It like it exudes the Legend of Zelda. So I put it at number 2. And it especially I like it both versions, the N64 version and the new 3DS version. I think they both just look great.
Yep. Yep, I had it at number 3 overall on my list. You know what? You nailed it. Like, this defines Legend of Zelda for so many people, myself included. It's just, this is Zelda.
Mhm.
So I think that all the characters look great. There's color. There's it's just set the standard for the series. So I have it at number 3 on my list. Kevin, what about you?
Ooh, yikes. Sorry, guys. I ranked it at number 1.
Oh,
I beat
Oh
both of
wow.
Kevin.
you.
So hold on, we went one, two, three,
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Yeah.
and 1, 2, 3, baby.
That is the highest ranked game that we have so far between the three of us.
Heck yeah.
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask just are like, I want to use the word here. They're the definitive style of The Legend of Zelda.
And it's crazy. There's only 2 games that have
Yeah.
that style.
Yeah. Tracks. Let's talk Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, that's the last game.
That's the last game.
That's
Who wants to go
an
first?
interesting one. I'll go first. Um, you know what? Breath of the Wild. I had it at number 3. I think that it's such an expansive. Every area has something to look at. Beautiful like scenery. I love the sunrises and the sunsets. I'm that Instagram bee that likes to take a bunch of pictures of them. um, I had, all the enemies look so detailed and they have like their own unique styles. The divine beasts are really cool. I feel like that's very innovative. We haven't, aside from Colossus and maybe a couple of other
Oh yeah,
technological
that tech.
bosses, those look really advanced. I can't say that I'm a fan of Calamity Ganon and Dark Beast Ganon in this game compared to other Beast Ganons that we've had. I also can't say that this is my favorite design of Zelda as the character, but I do really like the design of Link. I like the different characters. Again, I feel like they got more detail than Twilight Princess ever did. And just overall, it's just a very aesthetically pleasing game. I put it at number 3, though.
Okay, KO, what do you think?
I put this game at number 2, right below Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And I think that Breath of the Wild takes my number 1 and number 3 picks and kind of finds that mix between them, which is Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Skyward Sword. It's a fresh coat of paint for the series, and just all of the aspects of the game like look really cool, like the style of it. It's not. It's weird too. You're in this dark post-apocalyptic world, and there's still some like really beautiful scenery. And I think that's the biggest part of the game too, is the scenery, the wild, if you will. Running around and just having these like beautiful landscapes, riding around on a horse, seeing the grass blow around, like you light something on fire and you just see those like beautiful like particle effects shoot off. The designs of all the items, the weapons, the characters look super cool. And I love the designs of all the different races in the game. The Zoras
Mm-hmm.
in particular look super cool. I love like the shark kind of design for some of them. And they kind of have some like different aquatic animals. There's like a manta ray looking one, hammerhead shark looking Zoras. The Koroks are really cute. I love that they're in the game. And just the future tech stuff looks super cool. It's like the Linearu robots in Skyward Sword,
Mm-hmm.
but I love the way that like the ancient Sheikah tech looks. It's just got a really awesome style, and it seems like something that would really contrast with like typically like a high fantasy sort of game, but it just works and it looks so cool. What are you thinking, Andy?
Um, so you guys pretty much took everything I had to say and said it. I ranked it number 1. out of every Zelda game. I think that Breath of the Wild takes all of the strengths from all of the previous Zelda games, like artistically, and makes it work into something overall. Like for example, it takes the what Twilight Princess was trying to do was introduce a more realistic Zelda game to fans that wanted a more mature Zelda game. It does that, and you have character models that look like they're proportioned. They look real. They can look scary at times, but it also infuses the Wind Waker charm, where like they're cel shaded and they look happy and quirky and funny. It takes what Skyward Sword did with all of its like pastel colors and just throws that into the background and throws in all of that stuff that you can look at. To me, this is this is the best that Zelda has ever looked. It's my favorite aesthetic for the entire series. Like you guys said it, all the races got a kind of an upgrade and look awesome. All of the enemies look fantastic. I even like the way that Calamity Ganon looks. I'm not super fond of the fight itself, but the way like you have this ethereal being floating around, I think that that looks awesome. The technology I think really fits. Yeah, this is my absolute favorite look for the Zelda series. I agree with you, Allison. Zelda herself isn't my favorite Zelda in the series, but the way that she looks, I think, is fantastic. This just checks all of the boxes for myself. So yeah, I ranked it number one.